Hello there, welcome back to more 2d6 Dungeon. If you've watched the previous video, you will know that this is part of a longer recording session I did where I kind of forgot or misjudged how long it would take, and thereby I didn't do an intro or outro while recording this. So this is me in post saying hello. Thanks for clicking on this video, and I'll just continue now from where we left off last episode, exploring dungeon level 5. Yeah, let's now go to the right here, so we can at least start looking for an exit shaft. We might even find one immediately, so we need to keep a bit of HP buffer. And we did lose, I think, maybe 11 or 12 HP that fight, so with our 25 left, if the other fights go similarly, we don't have much more to go in us. So a 2x3 room with, let's roll for doors, a door. Would have sucked if that would have been a dead end. Let's put that in here. That is a small room, which I hope means there won't be a huge strong enemy in there. I don't know if that's wishful thinking, but level 5 small rooms, 2d6. 11, ooh, a guard post. Oh, more guards, great. You turn the corner and see a red guard standing to attention in the space. He sees you and attacks. There's also a sack here, roll on BT2 +2. But a red guard, that sounds like a new enemy again. Once more. Let me have a quick look. No level 5. I'm assuming we can't find level 6s here yet, so I'm going in reverse order, starting at level 5 when looking through the cards. Yeah, so the red guard, 32 HP, still quite a bit, 160 XP. So the other guy had 40 HP and gave 500, so this seems like a worse deal, but maybe he's easier. Has 2 shift as well. Okay, he has 2 of his maneuvers with 6s, so I guess kind of more unlikely to roll those. Plate armor on primary 2s, 3s, and 5s. Okay, so he almost had us completely countered there, but the sharp pummel prevails, so if we can get that off, d6 +7, that's gonna be sweet. And his own maneuvers are not completely blocked, so the quick slash will be blocked by either our gauntlets or our scale jacket, but that sword thrust, we got rid of our primary 3 on the armors, pieces of armor, so no more protection against that, and we don't have secondary 6s. Okay. Yeah, 32 HP. Let's put that in like that. 8x4, right, right. Didn't mess that up. And probably just fight, or do we throw another throwing weapon? I don't know, there's a 50-50 chance of it being blocked just from the primary die. I mean, there is a 50-50 chance because he only has that primary interrupt. And so that would only do 2 damage. Yeah, let's hold off on that. I don't know. Although, what else are we gonna use our knives for, right? Let's just, yeah, let's throw it and hope. Get rid of that throwing knife. You know, last time 2 HP made all the difference. So just to prevent that, let's throw this time. And it didn't even get blocked, great. So full 4 damage from the throwing knife. Great stuff, that's 1/8 of his HP. And let's now roll to attack normally. 1 and a 5. That is gonna be that violent cleave. So d6 plus 5, but minus 2 because of his interrupt. So d6 plus 3. That's a great roll. I'm not complaining. Have him attack us. Double 2. Now he's only got 2 shifts, so he won't be hitting there. 1 and a 6. That's another violent cleave. So d6 plus 3 again. Not as good this time, but still 6 damage. Yeah, so in these first 3 rounds, before the enemies get that extra shift, is kind of where you have to get lucky, I think, and take quite a few HP out. Because once they get that third point of shift, similar to when we got our third point of shift, they're going to be hitting a lot more. Yeah, so that is him. Okay, I just said that, but he hit anyways. That stings, but that's his quick slash. I can't get to the sword thrust, but the quick slash is blocked by a gauntlet, so that's only going to be d3 damage. But that's still a 3. Getting a bit unlucky there. So we're going down to 22 HP, which that really isn't legible at this point. Let me quickly try to pretty that up. Yeah, no, that paper is completely destroyed. This pen is not great if you have to erase it a lot. I think for these types of things it's okay, because we only change that once in a while, but for the HP and XP that is really annoying. Okay, let's attack back. And that's a prime attack. Very nice. Let's do our sharp pummel. So d6 plus 7 plus our 3 shift. So d6 plus 10 and can't be blocked. That's just a 2, but that's 12 damage nonetheless. And he's got 2 HP left again, so if we'd rolled better, he'd be dead now. Always with the 2 HP. Even though the throwing knife hit. So 1 and a 4. Who I think luckily he can't do anything with that. No, he can't. Very nice. So only got hit that one time, and I'm assuming now with the extra shift we'll be able to kill him. Just rolling to see if we roll a double 1. So 4 and a 5, that's going to be any maneuver we want. Sharp pummel. Okay, so that's a lot of damage, but we only needed the 2. That's the red guard dealt with. 160 XP for us, putting us at 4,299. Which I can read, but you probably can't. Oh, I think it shows up okay. We roll just on pouch table 2. Okay, so that's a bit of a slap in the face. Now we might still roll amazing, but I'd really hope for something better than pouch table 2 on this level. Although I guess it's a level 4 enemy, so might be okay. Just a 6. There are some Scarlet Orivetus leaves inside. Why not? Oh, also, I think when we rolled on that religious pouch table 4, I didn't actually note down the pouch. I just noted down the hemp and the Maleko leaves. So I'll quickly note down both. And the Scarlet Orivetus as well. Like that. I think we're gathering up enough herbs and ingredients to maybe look at some of those herbal remedies and so on soon. But I don't think I'll do that before we return to town, although that might give us a few more rooms. I might have to read up on how to prepare those and if we have enough ingredients. Let's first complete the room encounter. So there is also a sack here, roll on BT2 plus 2. So bag table 2 with a plus 2. Which is here, sorry, I was searching. So bag table 2 plus 2. That's a good roll with the plus 2, that's a 10. You peer inside the leather bag and see 3 goblets worth 66 plus 20 silver coins. Oh, I thought we were getting rich for a second. A throwing dart and a potion. Okay, and then we roll on potions 1 plus 1. So just potions 1, but that has a few healing potions, I do believe. And just getting one of those and instantly using it right now would be completely fine. So let's note down the throwing dart first. So let's roll for the silver coins first. 66 plus 20. That's a lot of 1s and 2s. I mean, that's only 5, so we have to re-roll one of those. But so that's just 9. We rolled 9 with 5d6. That stings. Okay, 9 plus another 5, so 14. A measly 14 plus 20, so 34 silver coins. And that's for all of them, I assume. And potions 1 plus 1. Now this is what I am excited for. It's been a while since we got a potion, I think. So that's just a d6 plus 1. So that's a 5. That is a potion of strength. Now again, that is new. We have never had that, I believe. And let's quickly read up on what that does. Plus 1 damage per hit for 1 whole combat. Seems fine. I mean, that's gonna amount to 5 or 6 damage over a few rounds of combat. Would have given us the upper hand in those last 2 combats when the enemy had 1 or no, actually 2 HP left at the end. But I don't know what to drop for that. You know what? I think I'm dropping that domination potion. I don't know. Actually, no, what? I'm drinking the domination potion. So plus 2 discipline for the dungeon level. Putting us at 6. And I'll note down the strength potion. Plus 1 damage per hit for 1 combat. And that's that. I was really hoping for healing, but so be it. Let's see. I think that's the room complete. Right. Let's start looking for an exit here. Or do we do another room? Do we dare? Okay, because we have the 2 gain health as a safety measure, I think we can push our luck and do another room. Let's try to get as low as possible and as far as possible through the floor before we return to town. Because at the moment we won't have a lot of money and also not really anything much else to do in town. So let's just, I guess, yeah, let's try to push it here. Go up here, see if we can maybe find a big room there with a good chance of finding an exit. And that's a big room indeed. 6 by 5 with, what's that? Another door. Love to see that. So that will be probably just going along the edge here, because I do want to keep looking for exits. And let's roll. Now that is not a large room yet. And that's a double 1, which I think we've rolled before. Yeah, that was that dark sense. Well, that sucks. That's not unique. Okay. So room number 9 is another dark sense room. A huge one. So 6 by 5. And what that did, just to remind you, is we roll a d6 and add our discipline, and on a 6 or lower, we lose 4 HP, and that's all that room does. But we just drank the discipline, so this actually, even on a 1, which of course we rolled a 1, we have +6 discipline because of that potion of domination, I think it was, right? So, okay, I'm amazed that actually came in handy. Great stuff, we don't lose any HP. That's that's fun. Okay, I like that. Let's keep continuing, because we didn't lose any HP there. Look for another room. That is a corridor with another door, which we'll just have going across here like that. Now if we roll a room that's smaller than 3 in the vertical direction, we won't be able to put it alongside the edge, so we won't be able to look for an exit there. But I'm just hoping we don't. We might also just roll another corridor with no more doors, so this just turned into a complete dead end. Interesting. What to do now? Yeah, so I'll put that in, definitely. So that's 5 by 1. Just a dead-end corridor. Now we gotta pick a new direction, and I do want to keep going along the edge, so I guess maybe we'll go back, not through there, because that's gonna make us soaked, although we have the brazier lit. Note down the brazier as well. And that it is lit at the moment. We chucked a whole sack of firewood in there, so I think it'll be burning for a bit. Yeah, maybe let's do that. So this is not open yet, but we can return down here and try the other stone slab. Because if I remember correctly, we only tried the one straight ahead and immediately succeeded, so we haven't tried that one yet. And now that we have that extra discipline, we are guaranteed to do it, right? The stone slab was just a d6 plus your discipline, and if you roll a 6, so pro forma roll, which is another one. That domination potion is coming in super handy. Yeah, let's push away the stone slab thanks to our potion strength, and look what's behind there. And that's a 4 by 4, which we will re-roll. That just turned into a huge room. So a 9 by 10 with 3 doors. Oh boy, okay. Give me a second, this will take a bit. Okay, I roughly marked out the border, but I actually decided I wanna, because this is such a huge room, roll first and then draw it in so I can fit the room shape to the roll. So let's roll on the level 5 large rooms table. This is definitely a large room if I've ever seen one. So an 8. A gloomy hall, which is not unique. And I'll quickly draw in. All right, I've given it a bit of a convoluted shape and 3 doors, one of which I just connected to this one here. And yeah, so that will certainly speed up filling up the dungeon level. When we were here, I was thinking like, oh, we're not even 50% filled in yet, or barely 50%, and already need to return to town and then slap a 9 by 10 room in there, which suddenly makes the map much more filled out. Obviously, all of this here is filled out in theory as well, because that's just me giving the room an interesting shape. Let's read what the gloomy hall is all about. So this space is filled with some kind of smog, and there are spikes in the floor. That doesn't sound good. Pass a precision check, 8, with 2 tries. Okay, that seems doable. Or you are caught by a spike and lose D3 HP. And roll on interruptions and unexpected 3. Okay, so precision check. We have +3 precision. So let's hope we can roll an 8 in 2 tries. That is already an 8, +3 is 11, so we don't step on any spikes. That's nice. No more HP loss. And roll on interruptions and unexpected 3. Or is that... Says, or you are caught by a spike, period. Lose D3 HP, period. Roll on IAUT 3. So I am assuming the D3 HP is only if you step on the spike, and the interruption is always. At least that's the way I'm gonna read it. So this, because these tables are quite crammed, a lot of this is very short form, the descriptions in there. So sometimes it's not clear if that's a mandatory role or an optional role or only sometimes. But I think in this case it's probably just a mandatory role. So IAUT 3, interruptions and the unexpected 3. 3 and a 1. At the back in the shadows is a cage. Inside is a bedraggled young woman. The cage is locked with a lock +2. Okay, cage with woman. Lock. Let's roll for the lock quickly. So that's a 4 +2. Lock 6. She wakes as you approach and whispers for mercy. If you pick the lock, liberate 1 prisoner, which we roll on the L1PR table. If you return to this space to liberate the young woman, you find she is gone and you never see her again. So we gotta do it now if we want to do that. So, because we have not liberated a lot of prisoners yet, now actually with 2d6 and +3 precision, that lock should basically stand no chance. But because it's about a person's life here, let's make completely sure we can liberate her and use one of our +3 lockpicks, which means we have +3 and +3 with the precision, so already the 6. Now we would have done it anyways, but just in case we'd have rolled a double 1, which was the only thing that could have prevented us picking that. Yeah, so actually probably would have been enough to use a lockpick +1 after I just spelled that out. But we opened the lock, wasted one of our great lockpicks, but save a prisoner. So L1PR, which is the liberate 1 prisoner table. Okay, so it turns out L1PR is not a table you roll on, that's just a short form for liberate 1 prisoner, used sometimes here as an abbreviation, although in this case it did say if you pick the lock, liberate one prisoner, and then afterwards L1PR. So that was a bit confusing, because also it is in caps and just sounds like a table name like the other ones. But like this, we only put down another tally mark here. So we will be rolling twice for liberated prisoners when we get back to town. Have freed the woman and continue. Now I've just realized that I've kind of royally messed this up, because I was happy we got a large room with a lot of bordering spaces to roll for exit shafts, and then not thinking about it, I drew it in this funky shape, and now it's only bordering the edge on 2 spots here. Yeah, so that's annoying, but my own fault. And also we didn't lose any HP again, so I think 22 will continue until we lose some substantial amount of HP, maybe not if it's like 1 HP by tripping on a rock, but a bit more than that, and then we'll look for an exit. So let's go through here, assuming this room has archways. I'll quickly check. Yeah, the gloomy hall has archways. Let's go to the left. A 6x3. Now that annoyingly won't reach the border. How many doors? 3 more doors. And that will only be getting 2 doors because it's right on the edge there, which will just be a normal room, level 5. 3 and a 1 seems familiar. No, it doesn't. I think we maybe rolled 1 and a 3. No, I don't know. I'm rambling. It's a displacement chamber. So like a beam me up, Scotty sort of situation, or what's a displacement chamber mean? The air here appears to be vibrating. You cannot approach a pile of wavering stones in the center. If you have a throwing weapon, you may use it to disrupt the pile, otherwise lose 4 HP while in here. Okay, so I thought displacement in that case would mean teleportation, but no, it just means a repelling pile of stones. So we have a throwing weapon, let's throw that. Doesn't say which one, so let's just throw the throwing dart, one of the 2, to disrupt the pile of pebbles or stones. Must be pebbles if we can knock it over with a throwing dart, so we don't lose that HP. And that's all there is to the displacement chamber. It is unique, and it does have reinforced doors, so there's that. Yeah, so quite a few rooms in here that just have you lose HP outright, or you have to do a roll or a quick little task and otherwise lose HP. Not a big fan of those, gotta say. Let's try this reinforced door down here. A 5. Now I think that means the reinforced door is locked, and it's locked at a 5. Let's just try to pick it normally. +3 precision. Yeah, so that's a 7 then, which means we can pick it, and let's go through 6x3. This will only be a 4x3, and it can't have any doors. Let's encounter that room, and I think then we're probably done for this video. I didn't even look. The rooms were so quick, the small ones, that I didn't feel like I'm recording for a long time, but it might be quite a video already. So this is a faculty pit. A small, oh, and that's unique, sorry. A small sunken pit lined with padded leather. Shows signs of chalk. There are 2 wooden batons. Suddenly from behind you, you are pushed into the pit and must fight a Woodelian brawler at -1 shift. Oh, didn't know that existed. So Woodelian brawler And at -1 shift, I'm assuming, means because we are caught off guard, we ourselves get -1 shift. Now I have seen that brawler before, the enemies, when looking for other ones. I don't remember what level that was. It's a level 5. Oh, actually, I think we fought one, right? Yeah, that's the first guy we fought on this floor. Oh no, okay, so this might get hairy because of that -1 shift. But we do have the 3 maneuvers, right? Whew. Yeah, so I think after this we'll definitely try to return to town, which at this point will have to be in the next video, because this might take quite a few of our resources, by which I mean the gain health potions. So, what's he got? He's got a forearm block on primary 2s and 3s, which debuffs our cleave and our swooping spin. And the leather straps on secondary 4s and 6s, which doesn't concern any of our maneuvers except the cleave, but that's already debuffed by the forearm block, which does more. So again, swooping spin and violent cleave at a -2, and the sharp pummel stays strong at d6 + 7. Now his own maneuvers, we can not block that mighty blow. That's brutal. So d3 + 4, and we don't have armor blocking that. For the slam we do have 3 pieces actually. Each of our armor pieces has either a primary 2 or secondary 3, so can definitely block 3 damage there. But so that mighty blow might. No, what I was trying to say is that might hurt with a lot of might. Okay, so let's throw a throwing weapon. Why not? We've got it. Do we use the finesse potion now just to make up for the loss of shift? I don't think we need to, because we have so many overlapping areas there. -1 shift won't hurt too much. Let's throw... I've been throwing all of my throwing weapons. I don't think I will. Instead, I think I will drink that potion of strength. So +1 damage per hit. For the combat, which I'll have to remember. And we missed our first attack, so now the brawler rolls 2 and a 2, which that is quite bad because it's right where he needs to be for his maneuvers. And because we can't block that mighty blow, I think we have to do that. So shift this up by 1, shift this down by 1, mighty blow, d3 + 4 damage coming in. At least that's a low roll, but that's 5 damage nonetheless. So we're down to 17 HP, quite low. And the paper is also quite low HP, by which I mean it's about to break because all of that erasing made the paper super janky. Let's now attack and hope for a nice big hit back, because he has a lot of HP. So 6 and a 2. Oh no, so that could have been the sharp pummel, but because of the -1 shift, we can't reach it. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let's see here. I think that's a miss, because then we can't reach the swooping spin or the violent cleave. No, sorry, sharp pummel. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so already the -1 shift hurting us. And he rolls a 1 and a 3, which he cannot turn into another mighty blow, but a slam. d6 + 3, -3 because of our armor, so just d6 damage. At least only 1 damage, okay. So we're getting low here. I need to kinda see here. So, this does d6, d3 plus 4 is a maximum of 7, that's a maximum of 9, so we can't be one hit killed yet, so I want to use these earlier rounds. Now he has been hitting despite his 2 shift, and we haven't, but let's try to keep at it and then use the gain health maybe if we get hit another time. So a 5 and a 1, what's that? Are you kidding me? I think that's another miss because of our 2 shift. So if anything, we'd be getting to the swooping spin there, and we can't. Wow, okay, so I said that -1 shift won't be too bad because we have so many overlaps here. But of course, if we keep rolling that upper corner there, it's gonna hurt. So we've missed all of our first 3 attacks. Now one of those because we drank a potion. I am sweating right now. So that is going to be another mighty blow. The guy just keeps hitting. 3 and a 1, d3 plus 4 damage. And that's a 3. So 7, putting us down to 9 damage. Now again, I think we are not one hittable yet because we have the armor. So the slam will only do d6 at most. And because of that, I just want to try to kill him as quickly as possible and keep rolling. Now we gain our 1 shift back, so we are now at 3 shifts. So now our table here is actually correct. Double 3. Now that will be the swooping spin. Sadly, no sharp pummel. So d6 plus 4, -2 because of his forearm block. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so d6 plus 2. 7 damage at least. That's the first damage we've done to him so far. And that's 1/5 of his HP, but it's not looking too hot for us, and he's just going to be hitting more and more. So 1 and a 2, now he has 3 shift. I think he can turn that into another mighty blow, right? So shift that down by 1 and that up by 2 because of his 3 shift. d3 plus 4 damage again. Ooh, that's at least a low roll, but 5 damage nonetheless. Putting us at 4 HP. Now we got to miss our turn to use the potion, I think. Okay, I've quickly used the potion, put us back at 19. We are now in round 5, and the guy just will hit us again because we used our turn drinking the potion. Now, does he hit us? That at least seems like a high roll. So he has 4 shift, but he'll need 5 to get to his slam, and actually 6 to get to his mighty blow. So finally, yeah, so he's been getting really lucky with the rolls in the first 3 rounds, and we've been getting massively unlucky. So at least he doesn't hit us. That was round 5. Let's go into round 6 and see if we can maybe get a big hit here. 6 and a 5. That is exact strike. An exact strike. I'm already so riled up. I'm leaving out words here. So that is at least a bit of light, and also the sharp pummel is not interrupted, right? Right. So d6 plus 7 plus 2, remember this is 1 less for this combat, plus the 3, so d6 plus 12 damage. This is kind of what we needed. And it's a 1! No, why? But still 13 damage, so that's 1 row of 7 and a row of 6. That's a massive hit. I think that might have just kind of saved us for now. Let's have him attack us. 1 and a 2, which is almost a fumble for him, but like this it will be probably a mighty blow, right? Because he's at 5 shift. So put this up to 3. Put this down to 1, d3 plus 4 damage. That's a 5. Yeah, so if we had that armor piece with the primary 3 still, we'd at least be taking less damage. So 5 puts us at 14. But that means we can at least fight another round. So now we're in round 7. Now movement-based interrupts don't apply. Is the forearm block movement-based? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I think his interrupts stay the same, sadly. Let's roll ourselves. Again, 5 shift should be... And that's a crit. Okay, so we had an exact strike and a crit right after each other. I think we were due, so let's again do the sharp pummel. Exactly, now can't be interrupted, can't anyways. So that'll be another, what was it, d6 plus 12. Let's hope for maybe something better than a 1 this time. Can't complain about a crit, can't complain. It's just funny. Okay, so 13 damage again. 1, then another 7, which would be 8, and now 5 more, which means he's left at 2 HP. Now I kind of wish I'd thrown that throwing weapon in the beginning. Why are the enemies always left at 2 HP, I'm asking myself. Oh no, you know what? I drank that strength potion, right? And I've been completely ignoring it. Yeah. So I think we hit 3 times so far, or 4 times, so that wouldn't have mattered up until now. Okay, so good thing I remembered that. So basically the last few rounds he would have taken, I think, 3 extra damage and a 4th one this round, if I've got that correct. But in any case, at least 2, because our last attack would have been d6 plus 13, and this one d6 plus 13. So that saves us. Yeah. Oh, okay, so used a strength potion, used a gain health potion, and missed a lot and then got saved by an exact strike and a crit. That got the blood pumping. So 450 XP off of that, which will put us at 4,000. Oh, this pen is... Give me a second. So what I was saying before our triumphant XP collecting got interrupted by this crappy pen is that's another 450 XP, so we're probably 1 semi-strong enemy off of leveling up. Now we get 2d6 gold coins. Let's do those first. 10 gold coins. Still, we don't have a lot. And roll on pouch table 2 plus 2. Only pouch table 2, huh? If you think about the fact that I almost died just then, because we are below 15, so that without that gain health, we'd be dead. So pouch table 2 plus 2. 7 plus 2 is a 9. Wrapped in a piece of cloth inside are some Maleko leaves and Ilias petals. Okay, let's definitely note those down. So, no, actually, thinking about, just realized the fact that you can find a pouch with, which has those 3 items in it. I don't see why I would need to store it in 3 different pouches. But that's just the way I've been doing it the past playthrough so far. Yeah, I'm not too sure if we could have just kept that in 1 pouch, but let's continue the way we did it. So that's his loot done. It's not too amazing considering we just used 2 potions. Look at what the room says. No, that's all. So that's a unique room at least, and we just are pushed into the pit and must fight at -1 shift. That was brutal. Okay, let's start looking for an exit to town, I think. And then I'll read up on the herbal remedies and see if we can buy anything in town. Now, I won't feel too bad if we can't buy a lot, because we bought so much armor last time. But at least we'll be able to sell our finesse potion. I think I will do that, although in that combat it would have helped. And who knows, maybe there's actually rooms where you get a bigger shift penalty. I'll think about it. But yeah, that might be easy money for us. And we can also sell our leather bracers and our helmet. So that's at least another 43 gold, which we can use for maybe some healing and applying that rune to our weapon. Yeah, I'm really excited for the rune, and that would have sucked if we had just, yeah, kicked the bucket then. But luckily we didn't. Let's start looking. I'll start with the top left square here and work my way down and around. Not an exit. Not an exit. Not an exit. So now the bottom 4 squares from left to right. Not an exit. Not an exit. Not an exit. And last chance. There's an exit. Okay. Whew. Why did this become so exciting all of a sudden? Felt like on the previous dungeon floor we were just chilling and felt super overpowered. And I was thinking about maybe this gotta sort of be a bit more harsh on ourselves and nerf a few things or use a few things. But like this, I'm suddenly feeling the heat again. Okay, so we'll exit through there. Glad we're alive, and I'll see you in town next time. But until then, have a nice day. And yeah, see you then. Bye bye.